What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
This is Sparta!
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy, and we're back with another Diablo 3 Season 35 video. This is going to be a leveling playthrough on the Barbarian, 1 to 70. We're going to do it hardcore SSF. Now, I'm recording this on Season 34, so I don't have the benefit of the season theme, so you will do this faster, you will have more damage, you'll have more move speed. You, of course, also do not need to do it on hardcore, so you will be able to up the difficulty, and you'll be faster than me. This is just going to be a very leisurely, casual playthrough, just to show you how to do the 1 to 70. You will be faster than this, I absolutely promise. Now, previously I've suggested making a Necromancer and doing 1 to 70 and 6-piece journey on Necro, and then swapping onto whichever class you want to play. That'll give you a 6-piece bonus and a level 70 character in about 3 hours. Obviously go watch the previous video for that. You can split that strategy down, do a Necro up to say level 18 to do that Torment 1 set of bounties, get that Death's Breath, jump back on Barb and level from there. We're not going to do either of those strategies. This is just going to be 100% a complete Barbarian playthrough. So if that sounds good, guys, a thumbs up brightens my day, and we will go off and get it done. Now, what I would suggest is, depending on how your tolerance for dying, which obviously on hardcore mine is complete 0, we're going to play on normal to start off with, just because the game is early on a little bit of a struggle, because any kind of elite with like Arcane, Waller, anything like that, Vortex is gonna really mess you up. Now, I think what we'll just simply do is we'll just simply go and get the cube. You can do boss bounties to go and get gear, but I think we'll just go grab level. So first thing we would do is hire Mr. Templar. We steal his javelin because it makes us do more damage. We steal his shield because we're going to salvage it. We're going to steal that, and I don't think we can use a two-handed staff, the Enchantress, but just in case we can, I'm going to leave her until level 11. That's going to be a little bit of learning for me. So next step is we would come over here and we would unlock the first node in the altar. I did this about 5 minutes ago before I killed my first Barb on this playthrough, so we'll just kind of pretend that we've done that. And then we would go off and get the cube, which is what I was in the process of doing when I got sliced in two by an arcane laser. Now, obviously, if you're going to use your challenge with cash, getting like some braces on the Barb would be amazing. We're going to save that cash on this character, or at least pretend like we're going to, because that will allow us for the altar progression. Now, the kill streak method of leveling is really nice, and it does help us out a bunch, and we go very, very fast. But unfortunately, the problem is that our character gains in levels and the bad guys gain levels, and we just kind of don't keep up because we don't really have gear pieces and stuff. So you can reset the game a bunch of times until you get Zoltan Cool. You know, go kill him at the start of the game, leave his chest there, and then you can go, basically come back to it later on when you need it, and you know it's going to have like whatever level you open that chest at, that's what level item is going to be in there. So if you get to like level 6 or 7 and you're struggling, you know, you can always go back and pop it open. But obviously on this occasion, we're just gonna go for it. It could be down there, the next place for the cube, which is the Elder Sanctum. Bit annoying. Sometimes it's on the left, sometimes it's on the right. I'm hopeful it's going to be on the left in this occasion. But we're just going to have to kind of see. Now, I should be concentrating a bit more on keeping up the kill streaks. It's a little tough in this zone because there's spear chuckers and they don't half hurt, even on like normal difficulty. They do pack a bit of damage. So we can pick up a weapon that's got like recovery in it, I think. But I think we're going to leave that. We've now got ground stomp at level 4. That helps us with a little bit of defense because it will basically stun stuff. Unfortunately, with the Barb, we are melee, so there's no like ranged for a little while, and that's problematic because we've got to stand in all this crap, as well as getting like stuff thrown at us by other mobs. But again, it is a little bit what it is. Now, can we get another? Yeah, we'll keep the kill streak going. 55, not too bad. Main thing really is getting through to the next floor, and then we can have a little look at the skills. It's been a while since I've done a Barb, so I'm not entirely sure we're going to get everything right, but we'll certainly do our best. Right, that's helpful. 24% increased damage. It's always good when the game drops weapons for you. But it's stuff like this. Like this is dangerous early on because the dude's got Waller, so we can literally just get completely trapped, and he arcanes us, and then we die. And that's what happened. My first try of this. That club is no extra damage. I was hoping because it said wounding, it might have helped us, but unfortunately not. But the main challenge here is basically getting Hadrig higher. Now, we don't have the Death's Breath for a little while, so that's a bit of a problem, but we're going to have to go into Visions of Enmity to go get that. But it's still, there's like, you can see here on normal difficulty that this is like, you know, fairly easy-ish, but it's not exactly brainless. So if you put this on Torment 1, there's just no chance Mr. Barbarian is getting a Torment 1 set of bounties done. Absolutely, it would take you like probably about 2 hours because you just do so little damage to everything, you just die constantly. Maybe there's a video idea in that, just seeing how absolutely miserable it is to do. But I think once we get to the next level, we'll have a look at the skills, we'll train up the Templar, and that should be handy. So yeah, it looks like we were right. It was to the left, Elder Sanctum. We probably don't even need to get the cube, in all honesty, but it's just a little bit of a habit for me. I do like to get it. Now, Bash has got Frostbite. This is quite good because it will freeze for 1.5 seconds. That's quite a nice little defensive thing. We may as well pick Hammer of the Ancients, the Rolling Thunder. We can swap to Rend because it's got the damage over time. That will help us out with the kill streaks. So maybe we'll try that. We're up close and personal anyway. Ground Stomp we don't have a room for, and we don't have Leap. Leap's handy because that will get us out of trouble. We'll pop the heal on the Templar, and we've got a belt as well. We've got a pair of shoes, and the rest of the stuff is not useful. Same strategy as Necro. If we do see any reusable parts or white items, we'll pick them up for salvaging. But yeah, we're just gonna do our best. Now, the DOT, I think, should help out a bunch because, again, in the season, we're going to have this like extra damage mechanic depending on kill streaks. So keeping up the kill streaks will be even handier because I think you get little stacks at the bottom here that will keep building up. And obviously, the longer you can keep your kill streak up, the more damage you're going to do. But yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's just we're not on the season, so we can't expect seasonal bonuses that don't exist. That would be very unreasonable. Again, not on hardcore. You could probably like press ahead here and try and chain these guys together with other stuff, but obviously I don't want to get like too overloaded. And you can see what I mean, like Vortex already problematic for us because it's just hard to get away from it. Can we get them? Yeah, we just kept that going. Again, unfortunately, elites up until about level like 20, 30, when you actually start to find some items that increase your power, just, I'm afraid, are difficult. And again, it is pretty easy to get like overload. Like I'm trying not to use my potion, not to potion spam, because ultimately that's going to be problematic. And again, this got plagued. There's just nothing we can do. We're just kind of stuck standing in it. I'm going to hang around and hope that he drops something, which he has. So again, we kind of need to get that on. So that is vitality. That's kind of handy. Anything that adds toughness is nice. Try and grab Pool of Reflection. Again, we've got to be a little careful that we're not pushing too far in, getting too many mobs around us, and then if we happen to turn a corner and something nasty gets us, then it's just not great. But I do like the bash with the freeze. It is handy. It does kind of help us out a little bit. And we've got the stun as well. We've got a little bit of crowd control. Even though we're kind of maybe not got quite the AoE that we'd like. But we've got a streak of 100. That's not bad. But it's so hard to, like, all this stuff, just all projectile. And then to go and actually damage stuff, we do have to go and stand in its grid, unfortunately. But I think we've gone the wrong way. We were meant to go south. Can we keep that up? No, lost it at level 9. Again, if we had applied Rend there, then we might have been able to get a little bit further. And the move speed of the season theme would also help. We might have just been able to keep that like streak going there. Near enough always there is an elite of this mob type somewhere on this floor. We've got unlocked Overpower, which is nice because it doesn't use Fury. But we'll have a look again once we've got the cube as to whether there's a better skill for us. But it's got it's a decent little damage. I think back in the day it was actually like a viable build. It's like a really good skill. Did quite a bit of damage. Like stuff like that I just did there was really poor. You don't want to be freezing something and then stunning it when it's frozen. That's like complete potato gameplay. Just button mashing. Button mashing bad. Actual proper play good. And sometimes, I'd say probably about 2/3 of the time, there is the cursed chest event thing here. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be with the Barb. I guess we can kind of bleed everything with the Rend, but you don't half get a lot of mobs, which is great for the Necro when you're doing the corpse explosion, but might be a tad overwhelming, the Barb. Unfortunately, we're on hardcore as well, which I'm regretting this decision already. Maybe we should have just made a regular SSF character. Maybe that would have been what to do. Right, level 10, so that's not bad. And it looks like we've got a nice shield. 7% toughness, we'll quite happily take that. And this is normally the area of the chests. It hasn't spawned, but we can't get it every time, so. I just like getting the cube early because then it's just something done. And there is my mate, the blue elite. Again with Vortex. But there's a chance they'll drop something decent. Again, question marks. Is it worthwhile battling down here if you're probably not going to use it? But I think the thing with the visions is because you do get access to the bounty mats. I like having it in advance, ready to go. Right, 11 vitality is handy. Looks like we picked up a 40% extra weapon damage a little while ago and didn't notice. So that's that. Right, Templar can have the life regen. That seems to make sense. I'm going to leave Bash with the freeze because I think that's quite nice. We are going to stick with Rend, I think, for now. Leap, I think I will put Leap on because that allows us to basically get out of trouble. I think I'm going to ditch Overpower the Ground Stomp again just for like the defensive. We can have Pound of Flesh, which is move speed, or we can do Ruthless. I think we'll go Ruthless just so we can speed up our kills a little bit. Now, what we're going to do now is just basically look for cursed events. So the Cursed Cellar is a good one. And the reason we're doing this is just that we can build up our pool of gold, which is obviously pretty miserable at the moment. because we're going to need that for training Hadrig. And once we get to level 18, any of these cursed chest events potentially are going to have something good in. It might well be the case that we could possibly up the game to hard now that we've got a couple of items for a little bit. I mean, if you're one-shotting stuff pretty much with your bash, then that's a good place to be. But there's a nasty elite at the end of this cursed chest, which has definitely killed me in the past. And we've got Leap. Leap is just literally just for an emergency. So if we need to like get out of the way of an arcane beam, something like that, then we would whoop and jump over there. So we're not using it offensively, we're just using it as like a mobility get out of jail thing. Again, with the rend, we probably should be trying to like spread it around everything. Unfortunately, it doesn't last that long. Another weapon. Is it better? Nope. And we're gonna have to start working on Farnham, who of course is a character from Diablo 1. And that game was weird because the missions were random, as in sometimes you loaded them up and they came into the game, and other times they didn't. So Farnham the Drunk, I don't think you could find every time. That was a long time ago. Right, level 11, and then as you can see, it is kind of beneficial because we've now picked up another 15 vitality, so we should be nice and tanky now. So I think maybe we can try and up the game to hard and see if we can cope with that. Unfortunately, it's hardcore, so I can't drop the difficulty up and down in between, so we will have to just back out if we get this wrong. But if you're playing softcore, then you can up and down the you can down the difficulty whenever you want. But we're just basically looking for something with cursed on, and then we'll go try it. Some of them are certainly better than others. Cursed Pulpit is not one that I remember, but we'll go try it. We'll go see what it's like. It's not too far away, which is handy. But the cursed chests allow us to build kill streaks and get the goodies inside the chest, both of which is handy. Now, we probably could train Hadrig at this point in a little bit higher, but without the diamond, there's just no value in doing that. So we may as well wait until we've got to level 18. But I think this might be one of the wave-based cursed modes. We might get five things. Five waves we've got to get through. Put the rend on them. Get bashed about with yet more crowd control. I always think like it's easier once you get your little timer. Until the timer goes off, it's quite hard to know exactly where you're up to. But as you can see, each time rend ticks, it kind of refreshes for us. Oh, there we go. That's handy. That's a nice little bonus there. Mighty Belt, what is it? It is the Girdle of Giants. Really useless, actually, I think, because I can't even remember when we get Earthquake. I think it's a little while. But still, it's going to have some nice stats. We'll use it for a little bit of time, I think. It'll be cubable, but off the top of my head, it's been a long time since I've played Elite Quick Barb, so I know it's Earthquake related, but I can't quite remember what it does. I'm just wondering whether we've got weapon throw yet. Right, let's see. Was this cursed chest worthwhile going for, or should we stuck to the ones that we know? Oh no, this is not the right thing at all. This is the silly. Oh no, it is. I was going to say that was the one where you got to run over all the the planks. Look at Mr. Barb being absolutely smacked about left, right and centre. Yeah, but we will be level 12 pretty soon, so just 6 more to go, and then we can really be on the lookout for the diamonds. No real ability, I think, to keep this kill streak going once this chest is done. It's over when it's over. And there we go. So let's have a little look at this belt. It's always nice to find a legendary item. Seismic Slam increases earthquake damage by 205% for 3 seconds. Right, that's pretty useless, I'm afraid to say. Because we are not going to be seismic slamming and earthquaking very much at the same time. Cursed Shrines, I don't think we'll try that. We'll reset this game, I think, but hard looks okay at the moment. Once you've got your diamonds, then you can work on Hadrig, and then you can just kind of like piggyback up Hadrig Visions, Hadrig Visions, and basically until you run out of gold. Let's have a look at Cursed Shrines again over there. I don't think that's a Cursed Chest event, the Cursed Shrines one. I think that's the one where you got to go around and click the actual shrines. So we'll remake. We could just do Temple of the Firstborn, but I think it's better to get some gear. Caverns of Frost is always potential to go and do, simply because you have got a chance at getting the Gibbering Gemstone, but again, I possibly wouldn't be wasting about leveling and doing that. Right, so we try this Southern Highlands one. I think this might be an okay one. And I forgot to check on weapon throw. Weapon throw just helps because it's ranged, so it just allows a bit more kind of ability to keep these kill streaks up. There we go. 5 more levels to go. And Lurgut the Warrior is annoying with his arcane. But there we go, we could just look at that, jump over it. So we just need to get the lead back off cooldown so we can jump over the next one. Now when you get big juicy bits like this, the rend actually does quite well, because it will actually get like all of them, which is nice. And very, very much too early on the potion now. Let's just do a little stun. You guys are annoying. And that is the big guy gone. So these wave-based ones are not quite as good as just the general like kill mob X, but I don't think they're that far behind. I don't mind them. And if you get stuck in a bunch of stuff again, just leap out of it if you need. And we got 2 out of the 5 waves. So yeah, pretty sucky performance, but again, I think we'll have another level, I think, by the time we've got this done. And we can potentially extend this streak if we were to maybe leap over that wall. I don't know if that's possible, but we could probably try it. We can just about get it done. So one more wave. Oh no, that was the last wave. Can we go? Forget it. Forget it. Could we have done it? We could have done. Look at that. We could have gone. Right, was that the only cursed one? I think it was. So let's reset that game. We're nearly at level 15, so that's kind of nice. Weapon through 17, so we're going to leave that there until then. We have now got a bigger area of effect with the Ravage rune on Rend, which is nice. Ground Stomp, we can slow as well, so that's kind of good. Wrenching Smash is nice because that'll do groups. We will swap onto that. Leap now becomes even more defensive with the Iron Impact rune, 150% armor. We've unlocked Threatening Shout, which basically gives damage reduction. So again, a bit of a kind of defensive ability there for us. So stick on hard, I think, for the time being. It's going to be probably 3 more maybe of these like cursed chest runs and we'll be at 18. So it's not too bad. But obviously with Necro around about this point, you should be maybe finishing your Torment 1 bounties. So obviously you do have to bear in mind that it is a little bit slower. Cursed Shrines again is no good. Cursed Battlement, I'm not sure. And the Cursed Pulpit is the one that we just did. So let's go do Cursed Battlement to try that one out. Because again, I think this is probably a wave-based one. It's nice and near as well, so that's good. And I think I'm going to swap Leap onto S so that I can pop the button on my mouse and do it. Let's go around to the left. I don't think it makes a difference which way we go, but we'll go left. So you squash the snake. There we go. Yep. Oops. Didn't see it. Yeah, this one's quite a good one, I think, from memory. So no, it is not a wave-based one. Oh no, it is a wave-based one, but I'm pretty sure it's a good one. So, like, I think I've had a decent kill streak on this one before. Oh, Vision of Enmity has spawned. Actually, tell a lie. This is not a good one for the Barb because those little things are super annoying and they run off, which is irritating. In terms of gold, 17k. The difficulty as well is because we're playing hard, you're not getting much. You need to really be playing, you know, the higher the difficulty, the bigger the gold multiplier. There we go, Bloodbath achievement. Clearly not played much Barb on this account. And we've got ourselves another Templar unlock as well. And last wave. Be nice to find another weapon again. I feel like we've kind of outgrown this one. And we didn't check the Enchantress, so we can go do that as well, just to see whether we can use her weapon. But I don't think we can. I could be wrong. In which case, we've definitely left a lot of damage on the table, because that would have been huge bunch. Now we should be actually killing those dudes because they do the resurrecting. I'm just kind of like brainlessly killing all the little guys. I mean, I guess it's keeping the kill streak up, but come back here, you. Oh, we've done 5 bounties now. And level 16. Right, put those on. Oh, we've got a whole bunch more toughness, which is good. We'll duck in here just in case it's goblins. which it isn't. Yeah, we're struggling with damage really because we're doing 13 with that weapon, which is not particularly good. So well, I think I like to save 2 yellows and 2 blues in the stash whilst leveling, just so that I don't accidentally run out of items. I'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. You can buy stuff off vendors, but again, gold is tight for us at the moment. So let's have a look at the enchantress and see whether we could have picked up her weapon. And she is down here. No, we can't use the staff. So again, we could have just nicked that and salvaged it straight away. The whole 1 arcane dust, which is 2 arcane dust. Tell a lie. Right, there was a second cursed chest bounty. It's not going to be enough, I don't think, to get us to 18. This is the cursed pulpit one again. And that looks to be in a static location because it is in the exact same place it was last time. Now, I'm not sure quite the impact of the season theme, whether it's going to allow you to essentially level like 1 tier up or something. There's no point kiting this guy. I was trying to kite this guy over to the event, but there's no point because it's we've got to swap, haven't we? Like a floor we have to go through. And he's frozen us. Yeah, well, we're going to stun you then. Ah. But there's a lot of RNG involved in leveling a character because, like, obviously if we found like a weapon at level 15, then you'd be doing probably like 50% more damage. Then you wouldn't be having to like multiply like hit stuff. I think it's back up this way actually. We haven't even activated it. We haven't even killed 15 monsters yet in this zone. Which feels a little insane because I feel like we should have done. There we go. Right, we really should have saved the leap for then, because that would have allowed us to not get frozen. Like, wrong one. Yeah, you can see like the rend is just literally doing almost no damage to the elite. So again, if you weren't doing hardcore, you could maybe drop this down now because again, it's a bit sloggy. But we're on hardcore, so we're gonna have to stick with it. I keep forgetting that I've put leap on a different button to where it was when I started. I don't think we'll be able to keep the kill streak up to get to the chest, but we'll see. We'll have a go. So I guess if we just try and rend something, and then super quick run to the next floor. Can we make it? No, no chance. Not even close. Now, we might have to do a few more of these things past level 18, just simply because there's no guarantee the first one we open is going to have a diamond, and in fact, it probably will take 2 or 3 to get one. Again, another kind of, if you do get stuck on the diamonds, you can try boss bounties, but you're going to need to be able to sort of kill the boss pretty quickly. Otherwise, again, it starts to become a little bit of a balancing act, as in like how much time do you spend going out of your way to try and find a diamond, how much time do you actually spend trying to level the character. Once we've got the diamond, things should start picking up I think, in terms of speed. Again, just need to be a little careful not to use all your gold training Hadrig. You need to be like getting that weapon that's going to let you play at a higher level and finish their visions just that little bit faster. These dudes seem to have bossed off down here. It's not good. And there we go, level 17. So again, you could maybe have left that and tried to kill streak just to get it, but doesn't look like we have. Now there we go, that's what we needed, 150% extra damage, which is lovely jubbly. Now that might just allow us to do these things a little faster, or we could maybe have a look at going up. Going up to expert's kind of problematic because it's quite a big difficulty jump for not much XP. And generally speaking, you're supposed to skip it and go to master. I don't think that weapon's going to give us enough juice to jump up there. Possibly. Again, if it was softcore, I'd put it on master and then just drop it down. But it isn't. So again, we're just checking for the cursed events. We get none, so we'll just remake and do it that way. Now we have got weapon throw, so I think I'll probably swap. We're going to lose the freeze, but I think that's a good trade because we can now kind of like attack at range, which is handy. We've got the Cursed Forum in Act 5. Cursed Hatchery, I don't think is a great one. We've got the Cursed Pit's a good one, I think. Memory. So yeah, we'll start with this one. Then maybe we'll go do the Cursed Hatchery. I think that's an annoying though, because that involves those little flying creatures in Act 1. And yeah, that's going to be, they're not fun to chase around. 25% XP, super handy. We of course want to be popping every chest just on the off chance that we get something that will help us out. With this guy having more, so I'm quite glad we didn't up the difficulty. And it looks like we're going to get double cursed chest. So I have to kill the elite just for the time for this. Again, maybe not wise to stack double elites on top of each other on hardcore. We could have come back to this. We could have maybe popped that chest and then come back and done this one. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get it? Come on, get that rend on. Oh, there we go. Just. Whew. We could pop that at level 18. I think we'll just pop it now. I think we spied a ring. Yeah, we did. Unfortunately, it didn't have anything good on it. And we've got an amulet as well, so that's not bad. So what's that? Cold skills deal 4% more damage. Utter trash. Utter complete trash. And in the excitement, I dropped the kill streak. We'll pick up the war axe. Again, with a view to white items being generally good. Could have done without that. But I guess it'll follow us down, so maybe okay. Another elite. Again with mortar. Ooh, Spear of Wounding. Guess there's a chance that's helpful. It is not helpful. Although Mr. Follower could probably benefit from actually having a weapon. We'll give it to him. Let's see if he can do something for us. Right, we've activated this. I don't think is a wave one. I think this is just, they just keep spawning, so that's good. So we're just, I guess, trying to hit the stuff with defensive buffs. Like that, we've got the stun, we've got the threatening shout, which makes them do a little bit less damage. We probably need to have a little bit of a rune check as well. No, that's still not better. There we go, is that better? That is better. Double-handed mace. And we are now level 18. There we go, 1 diamond. So there we go. Right, I don't know why I've legged over here. This is a terrible decision. Absolutely terrible decision. Two-handers generally quite good for leveling because they don't use anywhere near as much resource. And they will stick a better damage over time effect for us. Right. So we just need 1 more diamond. Life, fury spent, attack speed. I think we'll stick with the belt that we've got, but we're gonna pop 1 in just so we've got that's for converting later in the cube if needs be. Right, 1 diamond. Let's see, was there another cursed event? I think we're going to try the cursed hatchery. I think this is bad, but we'll have a look. Oh no, I thought this was the one on the farm. That looks miles away. I'm not going to bother. Just trying to make decisions like that. Is it worthwhile? Because ultimately, if you've got to go miles until you get it, it's not really worth it. So again, just looking for the cursed events, cursed shrines, or the cursed realm. I think cursed realm is doable. So we'll go have a look, see at that. Hopefully it's nice and near. It does not look nice and near. But you can see that the rend is handy. Like without rend, we would have had absolutely no hope. I mean, we've run out of enemies anyway, but we've had no hope of carrying that on. Ooh, bit of lag. Well, we have now got earthquake, so that does a ton of damage, and we do have the belt, but of course we don't have seismic slam on. So at this point, we just want diamonds, so we probably don't want to be engaging in fights with stuff. I've realised again, we've forgotten to do the runes and skills. Let's try and remember to do that at the next available opportunity. Yeah, I think this is probably one I regret doing now, because this is a miserable zone with miserable pathing, but never mind, we're here now. But let's hope it's a good one. Just dump that earthquake there. So if we get lucky, we get another diamonds. Obviously, it's lucky to just get 1 gem and it to be the one you need. But it does show just how powerful like Necro is in terms of leveling. It's funny how the weapon disappears when we hit weapon throw, so it just looks like he's punching. But I mean, I guess he's throwing the weapon. How does it come back? That's the question. That's the real question. There we go, level 20. We get an amethyst that time. Now, of course, somebody could just drop a diamond for us. Of course, that would be handy. We could go cheat death, but I'm not sure that we want to be relying on it. We will take cheat death for nerves of steel. I think we'll... Let's see, what have we got? With Ruthless Weapons Master, we're using a mace, so 5% crit chance, not amazing. Berserker Rage, we're nowhere near max fury all the time. And then duration of shouts doubled. That might be handy, with a view to getting Battle Rage soon. Maybe we'll put that on. I don't really like Earthquake, because it's on just such a massive cooldown. Let's think, what do we want? I don't really fancy any of them, to be honest. Maybe we'll just leave it on Earthquake. We'll have a big damage spike at some point. Weapon throw. Guess we'll just take the extra damage. Cursed Shrines is a no. Cursed Spire, I think, is okay. Go do that. Ooh, yeah, lovely job, Luke. Better gloves. But unfortunately, guys, until we get this diamond, we are stuck. So the only other thing is to try and do Zoltan Cool runs on normal. But again, I just feel like that's going to be pretty slow. So we'll pop every chest because you never know what you're going to get out of it. Extra damage is handy. Always makes me laugh that, because I always think of how tastes your beer. Getting stuck. Look at this. Look at this. Getting stuck. What a noob. And here we go. Finally, we get to the cursed chest. And these guys are no fun. But let's earthquake them. Come on, have a bit of earthquake. Oh, there's a gem. Sadly, it's not the diamond. We've had 3. I guess we'll probably get a 4th out of this chest. So I don't know quite how many you have to get to have your expected probability of getting 2 diamonds. But we could have got lucky and could have had them. I'm hoping the doing of the bounties will pay dividends in a very, very short time once we've actually got some gold to go and spend. There you go. There's another emerald, unfortunately. Of course, doing bounties, you can run into... Ah, there we go. The other diamond. You can run yourself into a gem goblin. Let's just have a little look. Okay, that was a bunch of elites. That might be handy, actually, because we've got this right here now. The difficulty, I don't think, matters for dropping of DBs inside the visions. It just seems kind of random, to be honest. So, what we can do now is go convert the diamonds at the jeweler. We're going to have to train him once to do this. And then, so train him. We craft our flawless diamonds. We go back to Act 1. Unlock the next altar node. And then we're just going to make a weapon. That will hopefully allow us to get into that vision and complete it. Or at least get some DBs or something useful. So there we go. We have no level requirement on any items now, which is nice. But we've only got like 56k to train him, and it does cost, I think, 300,000 or 400,000 to get him all the way, and we need gold to make stuff. So this will do level 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 35. I think that'll probably be okay for now. So if we just have a look again, it's slightly annoying because we have no knowledge of where these things are at. So that's 110 damage. That's like twice as much. That's 119. So that's like better again. So I guess we'll try for this. We've not got many Veil Crystals. But there you go. A double damage. It doesn't have Vitality on, which is a little scary. But let's go have a look at this vision and see if we can do anything inside of it. We do need Fury to be able to kill stuff, but this is looking ropey already. Now, if that weapon had dropped Vitality, I think that would have been handy. But yeah, this is looking a little dicey. So we just have to be careful with our level, whatever, 30 two-handed axe or whatever it is. So again, what we could probably do is probably, before unlocking the altar, go and train Hadrig, and then at least you could have an idea as to what level would be the highest for you to pick, because it might well be that two-handed axe wasn't the right call there. Maybe there was something else that we could have done, or maybe if we trained once more we'd have got something better again. Hard balance, hard to know. Damage, absolutely fine. Oh, look at this, it was a one floor one. Well, I guess we may as well do this and get the bounty mat. Bounty mat singular, most likely. Come on, where's my earthquake, man? There you go. Eat some of that, guys. Right, well, we didn't get a DB. I think we can get one off the goblin, though. We've still got a chance. We've got one more over here. Nope. Oh, come back, Mr. Goblin. Please come back. We need to get... Oh, there we go. That'll do. You can just stay there. That'll be handy. Oh, we got two. Not bad. Right. Whacking 24% toughness. That's very handy. Yeah, bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping that would have been better. Now, of course, we can't do any converting without Death's Breath, and we obviously need one of those to train Hadrig anyway, so I think we might be able to do Master now, so we might be able to increase our just general leveling speed, because we did get that like nice damage boost with the weapon. We'll try. We have nothing there. Cursed Shrines is a no. Cursed Glacier, I think, is okay. May as well grab a pool of reflection and pop a chest. The Crusader Shield, or Magic Shield even. Right, so this is a cursed chest in Icefall Caves, which normally when you make a game you're quite disappointed at that, because it means it's not Caverns of Frost. Oh god, this is miles away. I think it's stuff like this. This is why I ended up swapping pretty much to just doing the temple runs, because at least that's quite consistent. You know what you're gonna get every time. You know you're gonna get like a bunch of just easy to kill mobs. And I don't like resetting the game going for only the good cursed chests, because I genuinely think we've had like one so far in about 6 games. But again, early on, because you can hit the Bloodshard Goblin, you can hit the Gem Goblin, I think it maybe is more sensible. So I guess maybe at this point we should be, we'll maybe do this one last cursed chest, and then the rest of it we'll just basically do the cursed chest in the in the temple and see if we can get that. And here we go. Here there is the chest. There we go, ruby. If we find a weapon with a socket or a helmet, oh gosh, we're nearly dead. What the hell is killing us? That was horrible. Is it that guy over there? Oh. Please don't kill us at 30, that would be well rubbish. Yeah, maybe Master's too hard. So again, if we were doing this on non-hardcore, we'd swap, I guess. Yeah, cheat death and no health. Not a good combination. But yeah, these guys are nasty. Lacoonies. Let's try and see if we can kill some of them. I guess Earthquake would have been nice. We could have had that. Try and pop our little armor buff thing. Oh my god, still more waves. I don't like this. I want to be somewhere else. Definitely want to be somewhere else. Ooh, pop that there. Go on, run into it. Run into it, you donuts. Well, somehow, I think we managed to survive that. And it totally wasn't worth it. Level 26. Guys, I think on the basis of that last little run, we're going to swap back down to hard just until we can get one of these visions done. And we can actually get some materials and stuff to train up Mr. Hadrig. So we'll just carry on looking for the cursed events and see how we get on. Ooh, Cursed Moors. I don't think that's a good one, but we'll port in and see how close it is. Mysterious Cave, that's always a good one, of course, for the snapper herding. So that's not too far. Let's go try this one. Gobble up the armor rack. Another ruby, of course, will help out if and when we do get that helmet with a socket. But we basically binned off expert just simply because it's quite inefficient, I think. Pick up these items, just not for the materials, but they could be better than what we've got currently. Apply a little bit of a rend. And we've got an elite. Let's see if we can. We're stuck. Ooh, a very timely level up there. Get the rend on again, hit the chest. Yeah, not too bad. I think this does show the value of potentially dropping down and stuff, because that was much easier to actually get a kill streak. So even though we're getting less XP, like due to the difficulty, I think probably keeping the streak high is probably better. So drop that there. Hopefully some of them spawn on top of it, which they don't, unfortunately. Whether we'd be able to even like do much in a vision on hard, I'm not massively convinced. But we're gonna have to at least try. We've got 40k gold, so it's not amazing. Now up to 50. Ooh, much better pair of trousers, that'll do. belt with a bit more damage, belt with a bit more damage. Okay, so let's restart that game. We'll possibly need to have a little look at skills as well. I think Threatening Shout, we maybe have a rune for that now. We'll leave it on hard. I think we should be able to do vision. That last little couple of upgrades, the pants and the belts, I think are handy. We're going to pop in all res. I'm going to pop in 1 ruby just to help us out a little bit. Again, we could go and spend a bit of gold and get a pair of shoulders and a ring, I guess. But we really probably at this point just want to be training up Hadrig, which is going to take like pretty much all of our gold. So we can get level 50 weapon now. I'm not sure we're going to have chance to get it done because I think, yeah, we don't quite have enough veiled crystals. But again, we can get another good like 50-60% damage on that, so that's something that we can do. And we're just going to salvage that because we don't need it anymore. No, got the Cursed Realm, Cursed Glacier, and the Cursed Pulpit. So they're all quite decent, I think, actually. Let's go do the Pulpit one first. And we only need to pick up 1 yellow item, and then we can go and get a pretty decent sized damage upgrade. And if we get lucky, it'll have vitality on and strength. Oh, we forgot to do the rune again, didn't we? I say we, I mean, let's be honest, that one's totally on me. We will kill the yellow because he's got a good chance of dropping a yellow item for us. Which it doesn't, but never mind. It is a weapon. It's not better. Let's have a little look. Threatening Shout. Increased damage, that's what we want. Bolter. So here we go. We've now got more damage again. Which is good. And of course that is, I think, doubled because we've put the Inspiring Presence on. So I guess we just spam it, I think is the way to go. And if we could spawn a vision, that would be really cool. Drop the earthquake. I think we're going to swap onto Wrenching Smash as well on the ground stomp. So again, we should have done that earlier. We'll do that once this little chest event is done. There we go. No vision. So let's get Wrenching Smash on, which is handy. And we do have a slightly better amulet crit chance. I mean, I guess we'll take it. So we've got the Cursed Realm again. Go do that one. Subject to it not being too far away. Yeah, that looks close enough. Good for the old white materials here. There you go, we can kind of group like that with the Wrenching Smash and then hit Rens, that's quite nice. Yellow, sorry, blue, we're colourblind. See if we can get it to walk across the earthquake. We can. Where's the other one gone? Run off. What a chicken. Maybe it died, maybe it got rendered to death. Ignore that. So I think next time I do leveling, I will just try and go back and do the Temple of the Firstborn just to see whether it's faster. My gut's kind of telling me we probably would have an easier time keeping kill streaks, but I'm not sure how we'd be doing on the old gold fronts in terms of training Hadrig. But we're just waiting on that one yellow item, so hopefully we get it either from this elite or from the chest itself. Grab up the double damage thing. So now it's a blue, but we have got level 30. There we go. There's a yellow. So that'll do very nicely. We could actually, I suppose, taken the ones out the stash as well, because I forgot we had those. So maybe we could have done that and then replenished that. So that probably would have been a better idea again. Again, the breakpoints tend to be in like 10s, so getting to 30 is fairly decent. We've got 115 kill streak. I'm just wondering, is it worthwhile trying to carry this on? Probably not. Let's just hit this armor rack and get out of here. So there you go, 64 strength. That's going to be big. As you can see, again, decent 4.8% damage, another 14% damage. That's quite nice. And then if we salvage these things, we should be able to craft that two-handed sword. So that's 221. And that's 195. So let's go with the two-handed sword route. 200% damage. It has got the strength. It has got the vitality. So I think we can now go back up probably to master. Again, if it wasn't doing hardcore, it would be no like worrying about it whatsoever. You just plonk it on master or even torment 1 with that kind of upgrade, and then see how you get on and just drop it down once you get inside the vision. Cursed Caldera, I think we can try that. Cursed Shrines, Cursed Pulpit, Cursed Pulpit 1, let's go do that, because we know it's a goodie. But real lack of visions this run. I think this is probably on the very much outer realms of bad RNG, because we should certainly have had one by now. I think this weapon will probably do us for a little bit of time. Let's grab this bonus cursed chest. Wow, those guys are really slapping us around. Much better chest plate. Let's hit that. Always forget with this one, even though we've played it about 4 or 5 times, that it's actually quite difficult to work your way down here. Oh, Bell Crystal. Probably should have gone and picked that up. Where is that vision though? I think after this, let's swap back to the temple runs, because I just feel like the chances of spawning the actual vision seem to be much, much higher doing that. Oh, yeah, much better, Amy. We'll take that. Still no helmet with a socket, unfortunately. So I guess let's just go straight to this temple. We'll try that. Jump in a vision. If it's too bad, we're going to have to just back out. But as we can see, definitely like getting the kill streak is certainly going to be much easier here. We make it. Oh, there you go, weapon through, coming in clutch. I guess it just depends what you want. Do you want levels or do you want the gold to train Hadrig? And that obviously is a little bit of a balance. But we could have chained all this together for like 300 or 400. Again, if I hadn't stopped to chat, I think we could have maybe got a 500. Still no vision. I mean, like, we must have killed about 2,000 enemies since we last saw one. And obviously, there we go. The earlier that you get one after upgrading your weapon, the better, of course, because just the more OP you are. And we'll pop the chest just to see. Maybe if we get lucky, we get something that helps us out. Well, we've got what we wanted. A bit more XP. And we'll pop that on. 26% toughness for 3% damage. That's a really good trade. About to go into a vision of Enmity. Because obviously there's plenty of stuff in here that is going to be nasty, I'm sure. There we go. Flawless ruby, so that's good. This looks dicey, to be honest. So as long as we get leap back, we should be okay to get out of here. But that's where sometimes you do just end up. You've just got to leave. They're just, Barb is slightly tougher than most classes. So another class player now, we might have just been history. That might have been Ripid. But I guess we just want to go back in with some fury and with our stuff. Once we've got earthquake back, we can go back down and try again. So that's an elite. There we go. That's the death breath. There you go. See, it doesn't matter. We're on master. We get the DBs, so that's cool. So now it's just a question of gold. That's really the main thing that we need. Gold and materials. We kind of need one more DB really, because we need one to train Hadrig. We need one to convert blue mats and one to convert the yellows, and we could do with the happy day. Well, I was about to say happy days, but it's a flail, isn't it? So we cannot use cheers game. Oh well, I mean, maybe we shouldn't complain. We did just get the extra death breath. We'll pop that on. I don't think we can use this, and even if we could, the sword's going to do more damage anyway, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it would have been nice if it had been like a barbarian thing. That would have been cool. Right, let's get rid of those. Just hoping for the extra death breath here, which we don't get. That's okay. I mean, at this point, I think we'd gladly take just the end, get the bounty mats, and then we can maybe ignore visions from this point. I'm not sure how we've done on picking up white stuff. 173, not bad. We need like 300 really. Because we're going to convert 100 into veil crystals and then another 100 into blues. Let's see. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. So we're picking up the yellows just because they might actually be better like that. But other than that, we don't really want to be picking them up because they're just going to clutter stuff up for us. And really, it's the whites is what we want. There we go, let's pop Earthquake on the dude. Nope, nothing. This floor looks dicey, so we might have to just go back on this one. I really don't want to lose this vision, like I'd like to actually get it finished, just for the bounty mats, so we may as well, the inventory's full, so we may as well use our time productively. Whilst we wait for our Earthquake cooldown to come back. And we might as well just salvage that because it's useless. We can, again, whilst we're here, we can take that out and pop that in. So that's good. Nearly 100k gold. So how far does that get us with Hadrig? Gets us up to level 60 stuff. So again, that's going to be pretty impactful. We probably want two-handed axe is 495. So we're pretty close on that. We only need 2 more yellow items, so we can certainly get that done. No problemo. And two-handed sword. 457. Yeah, so they're about the same. So we should be able to find, I think, 2 more yellow items. In fact, I think there's 2 here. So let's just grab those. Let's go back, and we may as well craft that level 60 because it's going to completely wreck shop. And once we've got the converting done, then we should be able to make some 70 stuff, I think. So 200 axe, let's do that. There you go, double damage. Happy days. And now we should be able to get through this much easier. I'm rewarded with another DB, which is handy. I think we might just go to the next floor when we get a chance. Right, gloves better, yeah, 10%, yeah, again, just toughness. If we can add toughness and damage. Oh, guys, look at this, look at this. Oh, why isn't Earthquake on cooldown? Off cooldown. Again, on normal, not hardcore, you'd swap this down, you'd just get these guys bulleted off. Because obviously it would just be so much stuff. I don't even know if we're going to get any of them. We're going to get any of them. I feel like we're just killing the regular mobs. It's no good. We don't want to do that. We want to kill the goblins. There we go. We got something. Well, that was really disappointing. I wonder if we'd gone back and waited out the cooldown on Earthquake and come back, whether that would have worked. But yeah, if you're playing not hardcore, we'd have dumped that down immediately to normal and just gobbled up the resources, which would have been good. Let's just pop that there. Another DB. So I feel like we've had the real range of visions in this playthrough, because we've had the one that was one floor, and this one seems like it's lasting forever. Ooh, a legendary ring. Band of Might would be excellent. That would be very nice. And lots of white materials, which is again going to be quite handy. Here's an arc stone. I mean, you can't get everything, can you, guys? So yeah, gobble up whites and greys. Oh god. Try and earthquake them all. Oh my god. Explosions. Ooh, a mighty weapon. That could be useful. Look at the crowd control. Oh shit, we're on cheat death. We need to get out of here. Need to get out of here. Need to get out of here. Need to go backwards. Get out of the way. There we go. Woof. Well, that was dicey. Hey, we found a pair of shoulders at level 41. Oh god, that is going to be helpful. Which ring is worse? 1.7, 3.7. There we go. Let's do that. We may as well wait out the cheat death. I think that seems sensible. Again, not on hardcore, you just wouldn't bother. You'd just be straight back in there. Yeah, we could go back to town, but we're done in 10 seconds or so. But again, we've had a couple of dicey moments, haven't we? We have nearly died a couple of times. I don't know if the Templar was still alive at that point. He might have been. Oh look, they're all dead. Oh my god, look at that. Ambos. I mean, if we were doing a whirlwind Barb, which is the starting set, that is insane. Ooh, I'm wondering if that is worthwhile swapping. We should be able to extract that into the cube. Again, you've got to be careful with your DB management because you need, I think, 5 to get something in the cube. And we need it to do the conversing because we need the level 70 stuff. But I mean, that would just be incredible. That would be like amazing find, because as soon as you got your 6-piece, I mean, to be fair, that the Ambos works with 2-piece whirlwind, so that would just be like I bricked my season. Definitely bricked my season finding that. That would be nutty. Right, let's go back to town because we are full. And we probably should have done that when we were on cheat death. We got a freeze deflector as well. And it does look like we've now got enough mats, I think. We're at 400, so that's good. How many DBs? Yes, we can still, I think, we can extract the ambos and do the conversing, so that's kind of nice. So we probably don't need to sweat too much on white items anymore, because we'll probably just bin off visions from this point. We probably should be looking for the exit, really. I think gold was still going to be short on. To pick that stuff up because it was blocking the entrance. We are crowd controlled, which is never fun. Ooh, braces. I do like the visions. It does give you the chance to get lucky. Which we do get because we get the braces of the first men, so we're going to be saying goodbye to Rend, I think, at this point. So let's do that now. Because this is just a straight modifier, 400% damage. Oh, we are still in combat. Right, so for Hammer of the Ancients, we want to go Smash. So that's the best. Oh, and look, guys, we forgot the extra passive at 30. For hardcore, you can do increased armor, will help you out. Superstition, non-physical damage is quite good. Again, you can add damage with Ruthless, something like that. We'll go Superstition, I think, because we should be gravy on damage now. There we go, smack. Just in time for the end as well. To be fair, I thought that might have hit a bit harder. No, I suppose we got him on the second bang, didn't we? Oh, and look at all those delicious bounty mats. Right, hat is always potentially useful because it might have a socket. It does. So, okay, cool. Back to town, and we can convert those red gems up as well when we get back. So that's going to go on. I think this might add more toughness. Yeah, let's do that. Obviously socketing those diamonds in there. So let's convert up the... Oh, we have to spend gold training him to do it. Is it worth it? I don't think so. Save the gold for Adrig. Right, so one more level, 75, and then we can get onto the level 70 stuff. We've got mats to do extraction. Do we want to use this? Attacking with Whirlwind applies rend and also condenses the damage down. I think quite possibly. So we've got choice. I genuinely don't know which is going to do more damage for this. So I guess let's do the conversion of the materials now before we forget. So we're going to do one blue, one yellow. So we go over here, we go convert reusable parts. This gives us 100 Veils crystals. I'm going to hit fill again, and go again. And then we've got like 100 of each kind of mat now. So all we're missing is 75 gold. 75,000. I think we'll probably leave it on master. Again, if it was on softcore, I'd probably tempt it up with Torment 1 and do the temple leveling, but because character is potentially killable, we'll just leave it on master. Now we're going to have to get rid of one of the skills for Whirlwind to try that out, just so that we can run like a little comparison. So we should have done that before setting off, but we're too excited. And we will have to put Rend on the bar, I think, to benefit from having it with the Whirlwind. So I think the most natural thing is probably to take off Earthquake, just to have a little look-see. Now, we're probably best off leaving the Pool of Reflections late as possible. So once we've killed all this stuff, then we go for it. Yeah, we can pop Earthquake down, we can try and do Wrenching Smash, the group on top of it. That wasn't particularly successful. Level 44. Right, so what are we going to do? I'm gonna have to swap Earthquake off, I think. But we want to remake the game because we're just going to do that again. We need to check how much gold. We're going to need about 100 grand, I think. Maybe, well, we need 75 to train Hadrian, and we need some to spend as well. So I'm very curious to see whether the Whirlwind does more damage or not. We've got Wind Shear, we're going to pick that for the Fury, so that's interesting. We didn't get terribly much gold from doing that, unfortunately. So maybe we'll go and look and do a Cursed Chest, because that should give us a good 20k or so on top. And Cursed Shallows. Cursed Eternal Chest, Runes of Sescheron. Let's go and do that. Because this is normally quite near to the entrance, which it is on this occasion. Now, does Whirlwind automatically do Rend? It does, so we don't need it on the bar. It's just whether we want a rune on it. I'd say that seems... No, they seem about equal, really. We're one-shotting stuff with Hammer of the Ancients. We're kind of one-shotting stuff with Whirlwind. We probably should just pick one. Spoiled the choice. Yeah, tough call. I'm not sure. So that gave us way more gold. So let's go back to town because we're on hardcore. Again, if we weren't on hardcore, we could just simply look whilst we're doing that. And we may as well get that gem in as well, because that's going to help us. Each time we get a better ruby, we may as well just plug it into the helmet. 20% XP. we'll take it. And maybe one more cursed chest, maybe 2. And then we should be on level 70 gear. Okay, let's try the Cursed Shallows. Let's see if it's near the waypoint. Yeah, we'll try this. Should be a straight line, I think. Oh no. Wrong again. Yeah, dreadful. Dreadful. We're gonna give in. As soon as we can... Again. Oh. We ended up in a vision. That's fine. Because we're just gonna... Oh. We're just gonna remake this game. We don't want to be wandering like miles away from waypoints. And certainly not for ones where we can't get like a 100+ kill streak easily. Mysterious Cave again. Cursed Eternal Woods. So again, that's just back into the Ruins of Sesharon. Back in here. Which, even if this one doesn't spawn near to the door, which it has again, this is still a decent zone to wander about in, because we can kill streak on the way to the chest. Yeah, I honestly can't choose between Whirlwinds and Hammers. They both seem good. Just try and build our kill streak up a little bit. We do need to try and concentrate on the skulls on the map. So obviously that's what resets the next wave. We kind of want to do that as quickly as we can. These trees locking us in place, no good, no fun. We're on 258. I think that'll do. We've got our gold. Well, I say we've got our gold. We've got our gold enough to train Hadrig. But not enough. So that's it. He's maxed now. So all we need to do, we probably want, I don't know, 2-handed mighty weapon, because we can always upgrade it. So we can do that. It's dropped with vitality. It's not dropped with main stat. So we could go and roll that. Sages is generally quite good to pick up, but it is expensive. So again, we'll probably have to wait on that. So we may as well do 70 chest plate. Strength and vitality, that's what we want to see. Because obviously that just means playing at higher torment is going to be much easier. Armor, all res, vitality, no main stat. Do we want to take another go at that? We're good boots, gloves, and belt are going to be sages. So we can also do shoulders. Oh god, we're getting so unlucky with the main stat. That is ridiculous. And we would have to train up Miriam to get the replacing done. And we don't have enough gold either. God, that is dreadful luck. Got like no strength on pretty much any of that stuff. Like 50% toughness, but like no we've lost damage by putting on a level 70 item. That is so silly. Well, it is what it is. But I think we should be able to do like Torment 3 now, maybe. We really need strength on this. I mean, cleave damage 14% game, come on. But that's what I mean. It's those things that are going to make the difference. Again, look, if this was non-hardcore, we'd just go straight to 6 and then drop it down as we play. But on the basis that we can't really do that, and let's get rid of all this crap we don't need. Don't need these anymore. We're just kind of waiting until we get to level 61. And then we can start getting the good ones. I think I'm slightly favouring Whirlwind. Now, it could have been a judgment call extracting the ambos into the cube simply because we might want to save to do extra conversions of materials to get us like fully 70'd out. So obviously to do that from this point we would need to go back into a vision and try and get some more DBs. I'll put that belt on because it's slightly better. What were we waiting on? How much gold was it to craft the sages? 72k, so we're still not quite there yet. Let's see, is there a nice cursed chest event that we can go do for a bit of gold, just to give us a little boost? No, I don't think so. Cursed Deus. I'm not sure. Let's see how close this is to the... It looks miles away, so we're not going to do that. But with a few more 70 items, we can probably keep this at like Torment 3, Torment 4. We've got the Cursed Moors. We have got Cursed Shrines. That's no good. Cursed Chapel. Can't remember that one. So let's go try it. Hopefully close. At least we're plenty tough enough with the crappy rolls, because I think we did get vitality on everything. It looks like it's this way. Yeah, there we are. There's Mr. Cursed Chest. Let's pop it. But yeah, this would be very... If this was on season with the ambos, this would be very exciting. Be absolutely flying. because we of course get rend damage on Barb 2-piece Whirlwind. Yeah, maybe we should swap off the Hammer of the Ancients. Just use Whirlwind, and then we can make a level 70 pair of braces then as well. Which no doubt would roll with life per hit, life per second, and vitality, and like an element that we're not interested in, because that's just how it goes. We've managed to like double that chest, so that's good. 200 kill streak, that's good too. We get back to town, so we may as well pick up that stuff. And look, plenty of gold now, guys. Look at this. This crappy pair of shoulders has got more damage. That is super annoying. Right, so let's get rid of Hammer of the Ancients, because I think we like Whirlwind. So we're going to go, we're going to put back on, I think, should we put Earthquake back on? Maybe Battle Rage. We can go for the move speed, and we'll do that. Right, Hadrig, give us the goodies, give us the good stuff. Sage's belt is on, nice. And then we're going to go gloves as well. And this is using most of our mats, but as well as big damage increase and stuff, we get the 250 main stat, which is going to be helpful for us. Let's have one. We've got enough gold. No, we don't. We don't. That's cleaned us out, guys. But that should be good, I think. So let's do braces, because we've dumped off the Ancients now. So yeah, that's fine. We actually get some main stats and crit chance. So again, you could keep that and extract it for later. So, you know, that might be usable later at some points. So that'll go in there. And yeah, I think we should be okay to stick on Torment 3 now. Because we've just got like probably 100% more damage, which is good. So we probably don't need to worry too much about anything other than gaining levels at this point. And we'll just make extra stuff as and when we can. So we could jump in that. We could get some more DBs. It's not like a terrible idea. And as people say on the videos, you should always look at the first floor, just because it might be the goblins, and we might actually be able to kill them, like the last time. But alas, it was not goblins. But it does look like we've got the chest, not necessarily right here, but normally when you get that room, that means that it's somewhere close by. So it might be in this next little section down. Let's just go over here to this corner, just in case we get the bugs from the sky, which we don't. And there we go, there's the chest. We'll gladly take that. What a find this Ambos was. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to find an Ambos, not everyone's going to find the braces of the First Men. You do have the opportunity, though, in the visions, because you will get like 5 or 6 legendaries whilst you're doing them. And ultimately, if you end up having to go back inside to do like a bit more converting, because obviously if we hadn't extracted the Ambos, we would have been able to convert more mats with the DBs. So we probably would have been fully kitted out in like 70s. Again, maybe that was the more efficient choice. Hard to say. But obviously the last thing we need now is basically that third Sage's piece, which would of course be the helmet, and then that will give us double DB, so you could like jump back in and do the visions. So I think we're going to be short on Veiled Crystals for this, and we're out of DBs, so we could go and do a vision just to try and pick it up, or we can simply just kind of wait and pick up the yellow items. I think I'm probably slightly in favour of just picking up the yellows at this point, because we can gain levels as we go, and we only need 14 more. Maybe play it by ear. Tell you what, maybe let's just do one now, because it was right by the entrance, wasn't it? So it's worth a little look-see. You never know, we might get lucky, we might get the DB like immediately. So it's worth a little look-see. can still gain levels doing this. Have to try and keep up the kill streak. This looks a little scary. But hopefully one of these guys is armed with a DB. Come on, which one of you's got it? I know one of you's got it. Was it you? Nope. No, was not him either. Well, obviously, there's no. You wouldn't be anywhere close to doing this without the level 70 stuff. So it does make a massive difference. We've got another dude over here. I'm just killing these blues. I think they've got a better probability of dropping the DB than anything else. And there we go. That's it. So we can just simply leave this. Which I think we will, because we don't need the bounty mats. We've got enough to like be getting on with stuff. So what are we short on? We're short on yellow items. Ugh, forgot to pick one up. There we go. So we can just simply convert this, and that's veiled crystals. Let's just double check and make sure that we're not getting this wrong. Yes, we've got enough of everything. It's just the veiled crystals. Not sure yet. We've got enough gold. So again, back to here. Invert reusable parts. Plug in the yellow. Hit the thing. And then we should be now up on 3 pieces of sages. Which isn't like a massive deal. But we will start to get stuff at some point. Look at this again. Look how absolutely trash that is, guys. That is so bad. So bad. That's not even worth using. Ugh. I think I would just remake another one of those. That was so bad. You don't want to be wasting Forgotten Souls re-rolling it. So when we get some more gold, we're going back. That's what we're doing. We probably should have got some more level 70 stuff as well. Let's see, what have we done? We've done pants, we've done chest, we've done shoulders. I'm pretty sure most of them were pretty miserable. Can't really do jewellery, that's not an option for us. We may as well kill this dude because it's the bounty, so we'll get some decent gold for it. Mm, 100 kills already, not bad. Oh, yeah, we want all these guys. So I think from level 61 we can just get DBs naturally. So we're almost there. And then visions again. It becomes a little bit less impactful for us because if we can get DBs just randomly off elites and stuff, then we can. It doesn't look like we've got the chest spawned on this one, but I think we're happy to get the nice kill streak. And obviously we're getting loads of gold now. Pop the chest, you never know what you're gonna get. And there we go. We're now on DB, so maybe it is worthwhile going to do the sages. But as I say, I'm planning on redoing it. Resplendent chest. I feel like we haven't seen one of those at all. We keep this going. Is there anybody? Oh, just no. They just didn't spawn quick enough. Right, what have we got? So, again, like maybe this isn't the most sensible use of things, but come on, game. You know you want to give us something better. You know it. Oh, there we go. Whirlwind damage and crit chance. That's probably not that good, simply because the whirlwind damage is not really what we want. With whirlwinds applying rend, I feel like we're going to have to take it now. Well, I mean, we do have one forgotten soul, so maybe we'll take a roll, see if we can get main stat. Oh no, we'd have to train her, wouldn't we? Oh god. Right, that's level 70 with main stat. That is level 70 but without main stat. So oh, boots. That was it. We were going to do Sage's boots, weren't we? Not helmet. Let's just do a 70 pair of boots because we've got 3-piece Sages. There you go, more damage. That's nice. Right, I think we're fully kitted out, guys. We could make a better pair of shoulders. We could make a better pair of pants. So I guess we're a little bit dry on materials, so we'll just have to kind of play that by ear. Let's get rid of that. I think Torment 3 is probably fine for where we are. Maybe we could try 4, but again, it's hardcore, isn't it? So yeah, 4 or 5 maybe if you're doing softcore at this point. Now we just rinse and repeat this until we're 70 basically. That's the strat. With the hope that we can keep up at some form of kill streak for like 100. So but 3 looks about right anyway for the damages, and we kind of want this level of damage. We don't want stuff taking ages to die. And this is just going to get kind of like progressively harder now. But if we can get those, I think, was it the 2 level 70s that didn't drop with main stat? If we can get those redone with main stat, that'd probably help. Oh, wow, popped that already. Oh, I didn't even activate it. Well, that's good. We could be on for a decent kill streak here. We can leave this chest once the event is done and just try and run up to the north just to see if there's something. Because the chest is now, they're kind of redundant at this point. We're unlikely to find much of any use. I mean, we could get a ruby, which would help us out for our helmet, extra XP. But aside from that, we're unlikely to find any gear that's going to be useful. I realise we've not activated battle cry. So I've probably been forgetting to press that every time we've zoomed in. Right, we're just going to leave that because we're going to try and see if we can get our kill streak going. And no, we can't, because the game spawns as a door right next to it. Never mind. Getting a little kill streak going here. Have a look, see if it's goblins. Not goblins, we'll leave. Oh, looking for an enemy. There's one right behind me. How are we doing? Rubbish on materials, so we're stuck until we get a DB. And we don't even have enough reusable parts either, so we need to pick up some whites to get that last blue converted, and then we could maybe have another stab at a couple of 70s. It might not be worth it because we're pretty close. We're halfway through 65, so it doesn't really seem maybe massively like it's worth it. Let's pop the battle shed this time. Battle rage even. Battle shed. I think that's some kind of combination of battle rage and bloodshed. We'll leave the elite. If he follows, he follows. It would potentially give us dash breath, but I think at this point we're just concerned about getting to 70, so we're not sweating too much. And I think this might be without the actual other main stat stuff. I think this could well be the last one that we're doing on Torment 3. But the reason, obviously, we were talking earlier about the balance between doing like these runs and the bounties. The thing with the bounties is obviously you get like the guaranteed chest at the end of doing the cursed chest stuff, which you do get like with a moderate degree here, but you're going to pick up more gold doing those. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a vision's a good idea at this point if we're struggling for materials. It's interesting to see how the things all kind of like balance together, as in like, do you want XP, do you want gold, do you want materials? You know, there's like a positive argument, I think, for doing kind of almost any of them. Right, so I'm seeing arcane, so that means there's something nasty somewhere. Is this Bane? Yeah. We're just gonna probably stay away from him if we can. Ooh, and that will help a bunch. Full of reflection. Ooh, if we could get the chest on this run, this would be nice. Come on, activate. Yep, thank you. Anything in here? Hit it. Oh, we hit the chair. Never mind. Most of the way through 66. Oh, if we hadn't hit the chair, we could have got a 500, I reckon. Well, as you can see, guys, I'm quite out of practice at leveling barbs because I feel like this we've been saved, I think, by some luck, but this certainly could have gone better. So, as always, watch these videos, try and improve, try and work out where it is that I'm going wrong, so that you guys can do a little better yourselves on the opening night. But I think the trick to it is definitely going to be getting into some visions as quickly as you can, because we've seen the power. We found 2 legendary items that both really buffed up damage, so that would be very, very useful to get on opening night. And even if you don't, the ability to like convert the materials and get yourself fully decked out for 70s. I think, like, realistically, if you're not doing the necro strategy, which still involves doing a little bit of visions, but I think if you do know the characters, I think the visions probably become a bit more important. Right, we will open this chest just to see if there's a ruby inside, I think. And we just need to kill this last guy. So let's see, can we... Oh, no, we get topaz. Try and see if we can get up here. Can we get... Do we hit the dude? No, we don't hit the dude. We do hit level 67. That's not bad. I mean, that's not terrible getting the Marquis topaz, because it is resource cost reduction, but I still think I probably prefer the XP at this point. So, I mean, if we get a really good streak, I think this could be a couple of runs. But we will need the chest, which it does look like we've got. So let's see if we can open up this left-hand side. Stuff will follow us, which is great. It doesn't look like the chest is in. Oh no, it is. I was going to say it doesn't look like it's in here, but it is. So we're going to be heading off to the south, I guess. We need to pop the battle rage again. don't think we actually got any keys from the runs. Did we get Curator Rift key? We probably shouldn't be looking whilst we're battling stuff. But if you do, and you do get 10 Death Breath, you can unlock the move speed node in the altar, which is kind of nice. That will help you out a lot for your bounty runs, which is going to be probably one of the main things you're going to be doing at 70 to get your 6-piece suit up and running. Alright, let's keep this guy alive, just so that we can keep our streak up. Just aiming for the Ruby, which we don't get. Right, so let's see. There we go, there's some more dudes. But yeah, maybe Torment 2 from now, because this is like getting a little slow to kill this stuff. Vision, let's just have a little look. Doesn't sound like it's goblins. Ah, Pool of Reflection, marvelous. I think, do we wait for the kill streak to drop off and then get it? Because we should be like 68. I'll tell you, let's just get it, because it might be enough to get us very, very, very close to 70. Which obviously would be awesome. Another topaz. Again, obviously, if you get lucky at 61 and straight away you find yourself a marquee ruby, that's going to be pretty beneficial for you. Where are they? Where are they? 68. Yeah, maybe we should have hung on to the Pool of Reflection. But I think after this zone, we're only going to have one more level to go, which is not bad because I've got us at about 2 hours at the moment. That's with taking it quite slow, stopping to explain a few things. We did get some luck, so I think about 2 hours to 70 on the Barb, maybe 2.5 to 3, depending on your RNG, depending on what happens. That's still not that bad. Albeit obviously in the same time you could probably have your entire season journey done if you're starting Necro and then doing the swapsies. And here we go, we're gonna run out of stuff to kill now. But this is definitely slow, so I think Torment 2 for the last level seems to be a good idea. Come on, come on. Do you know what? We should have put a rune on Ren, shouldn't we? There we go, 69. That would have made a big difference in terms of damage. I don't know why I didn't think of that when we took Hammer of the Ancients off. Let's correct that now. So let's put Rend on. I think it's Bloodbath, isn't it? Because we can spread it out to other stuff. So let's try that. Let's just see. Let's just see. What is it like? Is that a mistake? Again, could that shaved a few minutes off? Let's find out. Let's leave it on 3. Let's see if we can cope with 3 with the rune on. Then again, we know it's definitely a mistake. Of course, the Battle Rage does do a bit of damage, so it's not like we get nothing from it. But I think let's just get to this corner, have a little kill of something, and that's not ideal. Yeah, we're going to go, and I don't think that is making much of a difference, actually, to be fair. So we're going to go back and put this onto Torment 2, I think. Because I've not got much interest in battling for like a couple of minutes. In fact, maybe we should just do Torment 1. We only need a decent little streak here, I think, because we're so close. Oh, what a terrible time to press the delete button. I was trying to get further into the map. Oops. Yeah, I think when you do get the rend off and it does kind of blow up, that is kind of nice. So yeah, I think this probably would have been a better choice. Again, do learn a lot doing these leveling playthroughs. This might be enough to do 70. I guess I was going to say we might find out. A 200 should definitely do it, so let's just grab that Nephilim orb. I think we've got a high chance of getting 200. Yeah, right, that should be it, guys. I think we could carry on, but I don't. Let's risk it. Let's see if 200 is enough. Oh, we're right. It should be. It's only 3 bars, isn't it? There we go. Level 70. So that was it, guys. That was, I think, just about 2 hours. Let's do a switch hero and see. Yeah, 2 hours, 7 minutes. That's not bad, I think, considering 1, it was hardcore, so we couldn't press the difficulty too much. 2, I've been trying to explain what I'm doing instead of concentrating on keeping up kill streaks and gameplay. 3, I think we possibly could have tried a few different things as we talked about during the playthrough. Of course, on the other side, we did get very lucky finding the Ambo's Pride, but I think we could have been kitted out in level 70 gear a little earlier as well. So not too bad. 2 hours, 7 minutes to 70. I think on hardcore I'd be pretty pleased with that. We would now obviously have to go off and do the season journey. Again, with the lucky Ambo's find, that probably wouldn't be too hard, because as soon as you got your 2-piece whirlwind, you'd be absolutely flying, and then you'd be into your 6-piece, and that the base, I think, whirlwind with Ambo's is like T13 viable, so this would be a pretty fast start into the season. That is the leveling playthrough, guys. I'm unfortunately not going to get in time to do any more. So we've done Necro fully to 17 season journey. We've done Barb. I did Crusader last season. So if you're going to play one of those classes, then the videos are on the channel. Wizard, I do need to do one day. So maybe I'll do that for a playthrough when the season launches. Unfortunately, I'm away, so I'm not going to be starting my season till Monday. But I'll be back with some more videos just as soon as I can. Take it easy, guys. Peace.